Folks, you may want to put the kids to bed for this one. Our first guest is a Grammy-nominated musician, and her band Hole has a new album entitled Nobody's Daughter. Please welcome back to the program the always engaging Courtney Love, everybody. We haven't seen you here in, I guess it's about 2 years, isn't it?
No, it's about 4 years.
4 years, really?
Yeah, wouldn't it? Am I...
6?
6 years.
You haven't been here in 6 years?
The Letterman years.
No, my God. Really? Where has the time gone, honestly?
Well, they had to douse me out and clean me off and pick all the little things out of my hair.
Well, you seem fine now.
I am fine now.
Kind of take us through what's been going on in the last 6 years.
Well, it started, I came on this one talk show, and I got on someone's desk and took off my shirt and danced on it. And that started the Letterman years. So then, that night, I went out and, you know, on that part where it says, like, have you ever been arrested? And generally we all tick no. I now have to tick yes.
Really?
Yes.
You were arrested the very night you had been on this show.
Yes.
You went out and something, what happened exactly?
Oh, I don't know. I can't remember because it was the start of the Letterman years. So it's like a big blank for about 3 of the
No, you're not blaming this on me, are you?
Something about you. Some sort of charisma. Took me away.
So there must have been, you seem fine. Are you fine?
I am totally clean and sober and fine. So.
And so, what was... And was there a moment when a person has a problem like this, we hear something very dramatic, oh, well, they've got to hit bottom. There has to be an intervention. Did any of this happen for you?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And what would you describe as being bottom?
Your desk.
Really?
I was scared of it. But there's also some thrall to it. There's a pull.
Right. So you got up here and you took your...
I took off my top because Drew Barrymore had done it when she was 19, and I was so out of my mind. I thought that I was 19, and I was actually 39.
Right.
So it was just a different time.
Right. But from my point of view, I enjoyed it. Yeah, well, in the horn section. I don't want to be what they call an enabler, but everything seemed like you were at the top of your game to me.
I appreciate that so much because when you Google me, it's the first thing that comes up.
Well, why not? I mean, honestly, why wouldn't it be? Now, I want to know all about this. Now, were there drugs involved here?
Yes. Yes.
Was there alcohol?
No,
Was there alcohol involved?
Not really. No,
now, can you take us through the drugs that were involved, the culprits, the drugs that were involved?
Well, I did a lot of coke back then. So I took
cocaine.
Cocaine
yes.
back then, and then I.
That's very expensive, isn't it?
Is it?
I don't know.
I've been a rock person for a long time.
That's right. And that seems to be part of the culture. They seem to go hand in hand.
They would give it to me sometimes. Some people, I had bad people around me for a little while.
Now, I would have thought years and years ago when people around me started doing that, the fact that you did it up your nose would be enough of a deterrent. I thought, how good can this be if you got to, it's like I can remember my mom sticking Vicks Vapo Rub up my nose.
It's gross. I don't even know how or why I did it, but it's an addiction.
So you abused this drug?
Well, there's no other thing you can do with cocaine.
Right.
You can only abuse it. Dentists use it for something.
Well, I think it did have a medical application at one point. And was there other drugs that you used as well?
I took pills, some pills, some opiate pills like
sedatives, then more or less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But mostly it was that stuff.
Did you have and when you combine the two?
You get me on your desk.
Well. Now,
you're torturing me.
We shouldn't. Now, we shouldn't make fun of this because it's an ordeal, and everybody has problems they got to overcome.
Yeah.
And you're back and ready to go. Is that right?
Yeah, I am.
Did you go away? Did you have to go to?
I went to rehab. I went to this guy named Warren Boyd, who's he had a show on I forget the station, but it was called The Cleaner, about a guy that like cleans people up, and he basically kidnapped me at some point in the Letterman years, and they took me away, and I went away for 90 days and did all the work that you have to do.
Right.
And it's a lot of work.
What part of the country? Was it the West
LA,
Coast?
LA.
Los Angeles. So you're gone for 3 months.
Yeah, I was gone for 3 months, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
Because I get to sit here with you.
And what is like the first night you're in there knowing you're going to be there for 3 months? What is that feeling like?
It is really scary, but you know, after about a few days of it, you start to get, it sucks, and then after about a week of it, it starts to get better, and then after about a month, it gets depressing, but it's worth doing. It's
now,
definitely worth doing.
When you go through this process, do you discover a new you, or do you rediscover the old you?
A little bit of both. You have to really reveal to yourself what it is about yourself that, you know, the things that you resent and the things that you've done to people that are bad, and write them letters. I didn't write you a letter?
Yes, I got a letter from you.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I
Oh,
did.
Good.
Yeah.
So you write
But here's how, honestly, here's how dumb I am. I get a lovely letter from you apologizing for taking your clothes off on my desk, and I thought, what, it's a joke? What? Well, who's apologizing
What's
to me?
to apologize?
well, but it was the sort of it was my
It's
bottom,
symbolic.
if you were.
Yeah, I
it's
understand that.
symbolic.
And is it? Why does this happen to people? Why are some people prone to this, other people are not? Because not every is genetic.
It is genetic. I really seriously believe that it is genetic.
And it's a form of, it is self-medication, isn't it?
Yeah, it's self-medicating.
So you're trying, in a way, to establish equilibrium that perhaps emotionally equilibrium does not exist.
Yes, you're trying to make yourself feel happy and right.
And useful and good in and
useful
around
and good, and you look like a bag lady doing it, but it's you know, it's the way it goes.
Well, good for you. It must have been a rough, ugly time.
It was a rough, ugly time.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of YouTubes about it, so anyone can look at it.
Well, but you have to look forward now. You have to look forward now. And what happens if you feel yourself starting to veer toward the median again?
I go to 12-step meetings, and it takes a village for me, honestly. For me,
what kind of support do you have now?
I have a psychopharma therapist, I have a psychiatrist, I have a therapist, I have a therapist on the West Coast and the East Coast, I have a Jungian therapist, I have a life coach. It takes a village.
Wow.
I have a band. I have 4 members in a band. I have the crew. I have my vocal coach. I have a lot.
And hopefully you'll be able to kind of find your own way without all of this help at one point, right?
I don't know. I hope so, yeah.
Yeah, I hope so too. I didn't realize things had been so god-awful. I'm terribly sorry.
Well, don't worry about it.
Well, I feel, and also the fact that...
I had fun in the moment, to be honest with you.
Well, I had a nice time. But the idea that it was the Letterman years, that kind of makes me feel like, well, there he is, he did it, get him.
No, you didn't. It was dubbed that by a guy on a West Coast radio station named Psycho Mike. So do we really want to trust?
It's not the Psycho Mike years, it's the Letterman years.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Oh, Psycho Mike is clean in this deal.
It's nothing to do with you. Yeah. And I don't want you to get upset about the Letterman years, because we've only been calling it that for a week, and I will change it to something else if you'd like.
But this is good now, because not having known this, we'll now be able to look forward to your regular visits and make sure that you're progressing in a healthy way.
That would be nice.
All right, good. And later on the program, something from the new album. Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah. All right. Courtney, thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Good to have you back. Courtney Love, everybody. We'll be right back with Michael Caine.